respect. We do want our nurses here to be at or near the very top.
Premier Danielle Smith is a smart aleck in all the right ways. In the Alberta Legislature on December 3rd, Danielle was being hounded by Christina Gray for apparently being a heartless Scrooge, rather than trying to be wise with money in order to strengthen health care. Christina Gray is leader of the official opposition House Leader. Here was Danielle's comeback.
We know that under the NDP, they receive zeros each of the years of negotiation. The only time, actually, the nurses seem to get any pay increases is when a Conservative government is in.
Can you see how Danielle dispelled the myth that Conservatives are the heartless ones?
And so we're looking forward to having them reconsider that, and we hope we can come to an agreement.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition for her second set of questions.
Mr. Speaker, the province has a 10-year deal with the federal government.
Then Danielle had this great comeback on CTV.
If you look in a relative sense at migration and issues at the border, it is a tiny fraction, like 1% of what's happening at the Mexican border.
The reporter Vassy Kapelos was saying, surely you wouldn't humor the idea that Donald Trump was justified in pointing out Canada's border issue as is.
Surely you wouldn't, you wouldn't be insinuating that Donald Trump is justified in doing this, are you?
Well, just saying we're not as bad as the other guys is not going to fly in this case.
And Danielle was quick-witted in her reply.
What I understand is that we've seen a doubling of the number of interactions at the border from people coming across, up to 200,000 a year now. That's significant.
Just saying we're not as bad as the other guys is not going to fly. This kind of point needs to be made more, and we're glad Danielle did it.
And when you're talking about a drug crisis that is not only hitting us, but also hitting the Americans, they want to stop that flow of drugs. When you see that increasingly the open border policies of Justin Trudeau is leading to people coming to Canada as a staging area to enter into the United States to such a point that it has caught their attention, we need to address those issues. We can't downplay them, and we can't play the yeah but game, and we can't pretend that the economic interests are going to override those very legitimate interests. We've got to make sure that we're addressing our own border issues so that can continue to be the longest unprotected border in the country.
Premier Danielle Smith is sharp and alert for Canada and Alberta. She is a smart aleck in a positive way.